Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB Racing Super GT season, round 1 from Fuji Speedway. This is race 1, the sprint race. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the start of a brand new season here on the Tuesday Championships by LPB Racing. So we're on GT Sport. This is season 10 of GT Sport and we are on the LPB Super GT Championship. We are replicating the Japanese Super GT Championship. We're doing our own little take on it. So I hope you all look forward to this season, as do I. And let's run through the grid for this first race, which is here at Fuji Speedway. So we're here at Fuji Speedway for round 1 of the championship. Full grid of 16 drivers as well. So that's going to make things even more exciting. Full grid on LPB Racing. It's we've wanted this day to come for a while and it's here. So here we are then for the grid for the first one. So we had a one-shot qualifying session, and the results are like this. Bidster takes pole position then for race 1 with Techno in second place. It is Rodders in third. Fourth place goes to Cyrex. Then it's Uncle in the Honda in 5th place. And then it's Neil Farmack in 6th in the Lexus, with Intrepid in 7th. We've got Jamo 8th. Keith is in 9th in the Honda. Then it's the Nissan of Firepower in 10th. Seat 1 in 11th. Red Bull 12th in the Honda. We've got Cy Racing in 13th, new to the championship. We've got Stevie in 14th. Blake is down in 15th and Brad is at the back in 16th position. So this is going to be an absolutely brilliant 16 out of 16 cars on track, and let's get on with the season then. So race 1, guys, is going to be a sprint race. So it is soft tyres only. Tyre degradation is on ×6, fuel on ×2. So look at so the fuel shouldn't be a problem in this one, but the tyre wear will be. So we'll go through the teams as we got started. But here we go, rolling start here at Fuji. Rolling start for the season. And we're about to get underway. We're looking at Bidster's car, the Calsonic car in first place. His teammate is seat 1, he's mid-pack. And away we go. Lights green here at Fuji Speedway in the Super GT Championship by LPB Racing is go. Under the Panasonic bridge, down towards turn 1. Bidster's in the lead. We've got Bidster in the lead, Techno in second. Rodders third, defending the inside from Cyrex, making sure there's no way through there. Mid-pack, we've got Firepower looking at seat 1, joining down the inside. He gets through into 10th place, seat 1 in 11th. Then we've got Bradders going a bit wide in the background as everyone else down through Coca-Cola curve and 160R. Looking at seat 1 there in the second Calsonic car. His teammate Bidster in the lead of the race at the moment. We've got Techno second place. His teammate is Intrepid in the other Lexus, the Denso Cabelco Lexus. We've actually replicated the actual liveries from the actual team, so hopefully the Japanese Super GT Championship doesn't mind, as we're just replicating what a brilliant championship they've got and just doing our own little take on it. So we've got Rodders there in third place. His teammate is Blakeney there in the Motor Lawtech Nissan, and they're down towards the chicane. Cyrex there in the Craft Sports Nissan with Firepower. He's further back down the grid, and Firepower's actually defending from seat 1 on the inside of the chicane, defending well, but seat 1 is in back down to 11th place. Through the top section then, the complex section here at Fuji, the Nissan looking quite strong here. Seat 1 looking for the outside of Firepower then on this first lap, trying to get the inside to the last corner, but can't quite do it. So Firepower holding on in 10th place then for Craft Sports. Let's run through some more of the teams then. If you go onto the straight, we've got so we said Cyrex, we've got Uncle there in the Autobac Honda, the Autobac Tata Honda team with Red Bull. He's further back in the pack. We've got Neil Farmack behind him. He is in the Wacos Lexus. His teammate is Brad as he's at the back of the grid. Onto the brakes into turn 1. Neil Farmack on the inside. Uncle holds it round the outside, not getting round me that easy. And Uncle showing he's got what it takes here, and he's in his debut race with LPB Racing as well. 5th place in the Honda, looking good so far. Remember, this is the only race of the season where we're not going to see any weight come into it. The weight penalties don't apply in this race because it's the first one of the season, so no one's earned any weight yet. So we'll see how that goes. There's Intrepid. We've got Jamo in the Zent Lexus. His teammate is further back down the order there, Cy Racing, alongside Stevie, who was in the Raybrig Honda, teammates with Keith, who's just a bit further up the road, who's got seat 1 attacking him now. So plenty of people attacking each other in this race so far. Down towards the Dunlop chicane we go, and it is Keith from seat 1, who goes down the inside. Seat 1 down to the inside. Everyone overtaking everyone here into the chicanes. We got Keith goes through, then Firepower in 11th, Cy Racing 12th. Stevie in 13th with Red Bull on the outside and the other Honda. So Stevie's going backwards here, sliding that Red Bull Honda. Not in full control of the car, I don't think. This is the rear end stepping out on him. Blake has a chance to overgo Red Bull, but he's not going to go anywhere around the outside there. It's going to be very risky. If he can hold it, he might get the inside for the next one. He might have done it, actually. He might have done it. So Cy Racing into 12th. Blake trying to get 14th off of Red Bull, but can't quite get it done. Stevie has a massive twitch as well at the last corner, so he's, wow, proving it hard to handle that Honda. So, end of lap 2, on to lap 3. Bidster in the lead, Techno second, Rodders third. Attacking Techno, late on the brakes there. Then we've got Uncle and Neil Farmack battling out, and Neil Farmack is into 5th place. Uncle is now down to 6th. So number 12, Neil Farmack, moves ahead of number 7, Uncle in 6th place. Intrepid holding on to 7th with Jamo. They're still in the same order that they were. We've got Seat 1 in 9th, Keith 10th, Firepower in 11th. Cy Racing under attack from Stevie there, taking a bit of a shortcut there. Cy Racing on the inside, that could possibly be a track limit penalty if he's not careful. I think he got away. I think he got away with it though. But Brad has got one. He got one. He's on the inside of Red Bull now, trying to give him the penalty. And Blakeney's gone to the back, so a little mistake for Blake somewhere, and he's gone to the back of the field. Back to the cars out front then. Uncle having a look in the Honda at the at the Lexus of Neil Farmack. We've got Uncle in the Honda. The Honda's not going to be the fastest one in a straight line, but it's good around the corners. And it is one of the harder cars to handle though, very, very hard to handle the Honda, very twitchy at the back end, so the people that have got it are going to have to just try and cope the best they can with it, and hopefully things come to them on certain tracks in the season. Jamo's got a penalty now, he's going to have to serve that before the line, and he's slowing down now. He's getting it done early on the straight so he can get back in the draft, and he does so. Seat 1 takes 8th place in the second Sonic Nissan, so Jamo down to 9th place with the penalty then. Further back now, we've got Stevie, we've got Red Bull attacking Bradders, but again, Bradders will have the top end speed of the Lexus, but that Honda is no slouch on the straight though. But he still has to tuck him behind for the draft as we go down to the end of the straight. Will he have a go on the brakes into turn 1? We've got Stevie having a go at Cy Racing though, he's on the inside. Stevie having a go at Cy Racing. Has he outbraked himself? Oh yes he has, he's gone wide. And meanwhile Bradders holding off Red Bull, or trying to. Cy Racing and Stevie still alongside each other. Stevie's held off I think into Coca-Cola curve, and Stevie flattens the marker down and just puts back up, boing, there we are, back him alive. There's Stevie there in 12th, Cy Racing 13th, Bradders is in 14th now ahead of Red Bull, and Blakeney on the back of this, so still very close pack after 4 laps, battles up and down the field, brilliant to see everywhere. As we look, so let's have a look further up front. Bidster's pulling out a bit of a gap. So Bidster's pulling out a bit of a gap out front. So again, tyres, they'll have to watch tyres by the end of the race because the tyre wear will be bad. Cyrex then working his tyres a bit more in the Craft Sports car. He's ahead of Rodders now in 3rd. Techno is down to 4th, so Techno's made a mistake somewhere. He's gone down to 4th place because Cyrex and Rodders have moved up while we've been watching the midfield runners into the last corner. Rodders then goes and gets a tight line. The number 69 car out of the corner. Motor Tech Nissan ahead of the Denzo Cabelco Lexus. Neil Farmack in the Wacos Lexus in 5th. 6th place for Uncle in the Autobax Honda. And it's Intrepid 7th. Seat 1 8th. Jamo 9th. Jamo consistently 9th at the minute. Let's have a look further up front. Rodders going for the 2nd place on the inside and taps Cyrex. A bit of a push to pass there if he does take advantage of that, but he doesn't. He loses momentum out of the corner and Cyrex gets ahead. Techno could have an opportunity here. No, doesn't quite take it yet. Spinner at the first corner. Up at the top, Stevie's gone round. Bradders is there as well. Red Bull's further back as well, so something's happened. I don't think Red Bull was involved in that, but I think that was Bradders and Stevie, and Bradders gets going. But something happened there. Again, we'll get that clarified in a replay for you at the half distance mark, which is not too far off, guys, so watch this space. As I look at that, all those cars in one shot. Brilliant to see all this close racing. Still 16 out of 16 people on. No disconnections just yet as well, which is absolutely class to see as we go into the chicane. With Uncle Intrepid then being caught by Seat 1. Seat 1 in the Calsonic car, number 88, is on the move, and he's bringing Jamo with him in the Lexus. So looks like we've got some midfield action heating up here from 5th to 9th. Or it might even be from 5th to 10th at the rate that Keith's going, because Keith's starting to catch him as well. 32.4 last time round to 31.8 from Jamo, so he's not, well, he's catching but not catching, so he's sticking with the group though. As meanwhile out the corner, Intrepid gets a bit of a bad run and Seat 1 gets in the draft, but Intrepid then, he was getting a bad run into the corner to get a good run out of it. So a good strategy there as we go down the front straight here at Fuji, building up to 180 plus miles an hour in these Super GT cars, absolutely phenomenal speeds. DTM spec as well, because Super GT and DTM now share the same specification of cars. And we find some good racing as Jamo sneaks it up the inside in the Lexus on the Nissan of Seat 1, but Seat 1's holding him off. He's held him off around the outside. He got the traction on the exit of the corner, which just helps propel the Nissan out down the straight, and also it was downhill as well, so he got good traction from both reasons as well. Through 160R, the absolute tyre shredder of the front left tyre on this track, praying for mercy at the end of this race. So through we go out of the corner at the bottom, through the Lyon curve, as Fuji's corners are well and truly named very well, because they've got advertisements right where the corners are. So this is the Dunlop chicane. It's like a hairpin with a chicane mixed into it as well. As we see, Seat 1 there went a bit deep, and Jamo could possibly close up. When I mean going deep, guys, I mean he outbraked himself. He went on the brakes a bit too late, ran the car wide, and it's known as going in deep into a corner. So a bit too deep there for Seat 1, but he's still in the pack. Keith trying to close up to all these boys as well. Intrepid to the inside of Uncle with the surprise move down the inside, says hello and says welcome, you're new. Well, I'm taking your place anyway. 6th place for Intrepid then. On the straight now, trying to defend from the other cars. He's not in the draft of Neil Farmack, which I would actually try and be in if I was him. I know he's trying to think about defending, but I'd be in the draft up until the defence point. But Uncle's going to try and go for a move here. Intrepid defends hard. Uncle goes to the outside in the Honda, breaking into the corner. Seat 1 on the back of these boys, ready to pick up any pieces left by these guys. Into the first corner, Intrepid, on the corner and getting on the power, and Uncle powers around the outside of him again. Looks like the outside line does work in these cars, especially with the traction of the Honda, with the rear engine, with the mid-engine getting the traction down. So we're going through 160R, we're on lap 7 of 13. Let's get some replays in of the first half action for you now. Here's the replays of the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking at lap 2. Seat 1 down the inside of Firepower, outbrakes himself, bang! Hits Keith on the inside, and then he ends up trying to back off and let him through. I think he does. He moves to one side, lets Keith go back through, but he takes Firepower, but he lets Keith back through to hit him. So good sportsmanship there by Seat 1. Now here's a replay of how Techno lost his 2nd place, and the answer is on the straight. He has a little bit of a feather of a lift and just decides to let the other two go, battle into the corner, and he'll see if he can pick up any breadcrumbs on the way out. So we're breaking into turn 1. See there, Cyrix having a look on the inside of Rodders, can't quite make it stick, and then we go out the corner in 4th. Here's a replay of something that happened to Red Bull on lap 4. Watch this, he goes out the corner, gets on the power too much, slides the car and slides it one way, then the other, looking not to take Blakeney with him, and then off into the wall and loses a lot of time. And now here's the replay on board with Blake on lap 5. Watch this as we go into the corner. Watch Bradders on the brakes. Brakes way too late. So we're braking now, and then he goes through and bang, hits the side of Stevie and taps him straight off track. Knocks him round, then Bradders waits for him to rejoin. So big mistake there from Bradders. That was the replays of the first half, and now back to the racing action. So we come back from the replays then. Bidster then in first position. He's pulling out a gap. Really big gap now. Probably at least over 5 seconds, because the others are just coming up down towards the hairpin now. Rodders, Cyrex, Techno, Neil, Uncle, Intrepid. In fact, everyone almost. As Rodders runs it in deep. As Cyrex then gets an opportunity to close up, but no way through just yet. He's not close enough to get alongside or get a good run into the complex. He'll have to wait. But he's going to try and get around the outside. Rodders will try and hold the inside line. And he's got him. Rodders got the inside line and got him up the hill. So Cyrex then looking like he's losing tyre wear. Front left tyre, let's compare it to Rodders. Switch now. Yeah, Rodders' front left tyre looking a bit more in better nick than Cyrex's. Cyrex has used a bit more fuel than him as well, so we'll see how it goes. Techno 4th, Neil 5th, Uncle 6th, Intrepid 7th, Seek in 8th. That's your top 8. And then you got 9 and 10 all together as well. We've got a bit of a gap to Cy Racing, Blake, Keith and Oh, Keith's gone backwards into 13th, so Keith's lost the back of the others as well. So Keith's made a mistake down to 13th. Sci Racing, Blake, Keith, Stevie in the two Braybrigg Hondas. Into turn 1, and out of turn 1 we've got action here. We've got Intrepid and Seat 1 alongside each other. The Lexus on the inside, the Nissan on the outside. It looks to me that Intrepid made a little mistake into the first turn, and Seat tried to take advantage, but Intrepid holds on in the Lexus as we go around 160R. Everyone fighting for second place now. Bidster's cleared off, everyone else fighting for second place. A good 5 to 6, or maybe even 7 second gap to Bidster. Neil Farmack kicking up the dust there in the middle, just trying to push a bit harder than the rest, trying to do what he can. Down to the chicane we go then, into the chicane. And his sight closes right up, and so does Techno. The Constantina effect takes effect. And the Constantina effect is when all the cars sort of do a rubber band effect. When you pull a rubber band apart, they all string out. When you let go of a rubber band, it all goes together. So that's what they do. And all the cars compact together. And looks like Seat 1's struggling with tyre wear, and Jamo's actually tyre wear looking rather good compared to the cars around him. So Jamo again with saving tyre wear. This could help him. This could help him this season. So we'll have to see how it goes. But so far in 9th place, but with literally another 7 cars in front of him, which you could easily pass if he gets on with it. So we'll see how that goes. So Cyrex and Rodders then for the second place. Cyrex on the inside, got a good run on Rodders out the corner. Neil Farmer having a look at Techno, no way through. Cyrex on the inside goes through, but he runs wide. Rodders gets him back on the cutback, but Cyrex, can he get the traction? He's on the curb, he's going to lose traction here. He could lose a place to Techno. I think he has done. He's lost 3rd place to Techno, he tucks in. Neil Farmack and Uncle as well, having a nice little battle here. As Neil has to defend, he'll lose speed through Coca-Cola curve, and he'll have to make it up through 160R. But he's already gets a half second penalty as well for running wide, and so does Uncle as well, so at least he's not alone. But this game really punishing you for going wide on a track, and one thing Gran Turismo needs to get right next time for Gran Turismo 7 is get the penalties right, guys. If you're going to put penalties in, get them right, because the track limit penalties, I don't think this game understands the difference between going wide and losing time and actually going for a move as well. C1 on the inside of Intrepid, bang, into the side of the door, round the outside, and he's going to keep going as they were both looking at the Uncle there who was ghosting, and C1 takes advantage of that, and a little nudge on the side door and goes through. So 7th place now in the Calsonic car's hands. And Intrepid in 8th place, but he's looking to go up the inside again. He's looking at the last corner up the inside, but no, can't do it, and he'll lose time now because Jamo will get a good run out the corner, and he'll be able to get a good slingshot down the straight. But remember, they're all in the draft, so they'll all be picking up speed here. Down the straight we go. Jamo moves out to overtake. Let's have a quick look back at the other battle further back. Keith in 11th. Has moved up to 11th, Sci Racing now down to 12th, 13th for Stevie, 14th Red Bull, 15th Blake, and Brad is having an awful race in 16th at the back. Back to the leaders. It is Rodders on the outside line, Techno looking down the inside. Cyrus has got mugged on the straight. Whoever's at the front is going to end up going backwards on the straight. Absolutely brilliant race this so far. Rodders tucks in for the line, so the Motul Nissan takes 2nd place. The Motul Alltech Nissan takes 2nd place, with the Denso Cabelco Lexus following, with the Craft Sports Nissan going wide, and on the inside attacking. Neil Farmack goes wide as well. Neil Farmack goes wide on the outside, but he's going to try and keep the run going, and he's going to try and get alongside Uncle and possibly Techno as well. The battle is heated up here. Rodders has made a break for it. Rodders has made a break for it while he can, and everyone else battling down towards the chicane. On the brakes, onto the inside line. Cyrex defends, and then it's Techno in there. Uncle, he's got cars each side of him. Incredible as we go out the corner. Seat 1 takes advantage of Neil Farmack. Said, alright, if you're going to all squabble, I'm going to go through. So the Belgian takes opportunity there and goes through. Jamo into 8th, he's up the inside of Intrepid, but now Intrepid's on the inside of him, up to the top, muscles his way back through into 8th place. No, you're on your life, sunshine. As Jamo says, no, not on your life, I'm going back up the inside of you now. Into the last corner goes the Zent Lexus on the inside of the Denso Cabelco Lexus, puts him on the curb, and now side-by-side drag race, of which Intrepid will probably win because he's in the draft of the other cars. So, what a race this is so far. The tyres are making all the difference as well, because the tyres are going, which is making the battling even more sort of sketchy and fun for us, but for the drivers it'll be a bit of a handful, but it's what they have to do in real life. They have to manage the tyre wear. Cyrex and Techno then through the corner there, and everyone else, Uncle holding back the Nissan and the Lexus of Seat 1 and Neil Farmack. Meanwhile, Bids is on his own, still out front, pulling 32s or every single lap. Tywear looking good as well, because he's not in a battle with anyone. So Bids are looking good to take the maiden win, to take the first win of the season. But we'll have to see how it goes. Rodder second, Cyrex third, Techno fourth. Will that stay the same? I'm not sure. Uncle in fifth. Seat 1 6th, Neil 7th. Just having a bit of a spread out now. The race tends to have a bit of fire for a bit, and then someone puts the fire out, and then it starts again later on. Let's have a look further down the order. We've got Red Bull there. He's right behind Cy Racing as well in the Honda. So Honda of Red Bull behind Cy Racing in the Zent Lexus. That's Jamo's teammate and Uncle's teammate, both running together on track. So we'll go back now to the battle up front of Seat 1 on the inside of the Honda. The Honda goes wide and Seat 1 goes through, takes 5th place. The Honda's trying to get back through on traction though, on the inside into the last corner, and almost hits the back of Techno, who's carrying that much speed. Uncle carries the speed round, and Seat 1 gets put on the AstroTurf, and that's going to lose him a hell of a lot of speed and traction onto the straight. But he is in the draft of Uncle now, and that'll pull him ahead of the Lexus of Neil Farmack. Absolutely incredible race this now as we go across the line. Penultimate lap of this race now we are on. Into the first corner, Seat 1 to the inside of Uncle. On the brakes, on the inside, Uncle has to sort of give way. Seat 1, beautiful move there to take 5th place. Uncle down to 6th, and then it is Neil Farmack in 7th. Intrepid in 8th position. Down to 160R through Coca-Cola curve. Intrepid, a lot of curb on the inside there. Got to watch the track limits. You don't want to get caught out. Through 160R. And this battle brilliant as Seat 1 defends the inside now as Uncle gets a good run. There's body contact between the two. Neil Farmack goes wide as well with Intrepid. They were both side by side as well, and Uncle gets the 5th place. And Intrepid and Neil and Jamo then all alongside each other, almost going 3 wide into the chicane. Jamo backs out. Right, one of them had to give us. Intrepid goes into the inside of Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack tries to defend, but contact between the two. Out the corner we go. It's a battle on traction, and there's contact again, and Jamo now takes advantage of a position. But Jamo needs to be a bit more aggressive in this, I think, if he wants to try and get a few more positions. But the tyre wear on that car looking absolutely impeccable compared to the rest. He needs to really get a move on. It's a pity you can't see all the tyre wear like we can. We can see everyone's tyre wear, guys, but the drivers, remember, they can only see their own. Out of the corner then, Rodders, Cyrex, Techno, Uncle, Seat 1, Intrepid, Jamo, all together. Across the line, Bids is already on his last lap. He's through turn 1, he's already on his way. 10 seconds in the lead, probably a bit more than that. Rodders, Cyrex and Techno now down towards turn 1. Cyrex will go to the inside in the Craft Sports car. Into the inside, Nissan on Lexus. Uncle brakes late as well, trying to keep Seat 1 behind him. Cyrex on the inside. Oh, has a wobble under traction. That could help Rodders out. I think that is going to help Rodders out. Actually, he's going through on the inside. He's got to be on point, and he does. Moves across and gets the position done. Good move from Rodders. Good held. Good hold, should I say? Good held. Good held. Techno in 4th place round the 160. Oh, Rodders gets a penalty. Rodders gets a penalty, a 1 seconder, and he brakes and takes it all there on the inside. Sensible stuff, kept out of the way, and he's got rid of it now because then he can get the draft back up the hill as well. So Cyrex goes through. Techno, it's all heating up for 2nd place. It's incredible. Down towards the Dunlop chicane for the last time, and Techno on the inside. Rodders on the inside as well as Cyrex. Oh my word, I can't breathe in this. Come on, boys, sort yourselves out. It's like a car park down there. They've all stopped. They're all saying after you, no after you, and up the hill we go. Absolutely incredible. Through this last complex, we've got Cyrex on the outside of Rodders, Techno, Uncle, Seat 1, all together. Incredible. We'll look back at that in a moment, but Bidster's flashed his lights. He's going to win the first race of the season by a country mile. Bidster wins the race. Well done to Bidster, but the 2nd place fight is not over, and it could be anyone. Uncle, Seat 1, Techno, all looking for moves. Contact between Techno and Cyrex. Contact between Uncle and Seat 1, and they're all rejoining. Seat 1 goes off the track, and now they're going down the straight. It's going to be immense, this. Rodders is going to take 2nd, Cyrex 3rd, Techno 4th, and then it's going to be Seat 1, Uncle, Jamo, Intrepid and Neil. That is how quick it was. In fact, it was quicker than what I said it was. That was an incredible race there. Jamo and Intrepid and Neil get mugged. Jamo makes up a few positions. Seat 1 gets Uncle, and Cyrex held off Techno. Incredible finish for all them. And then it is Firepower takes 10th place. Keith will take 11th. Cy Racing and Red Bull to the line. It's going to be the Lexus who takes it. Lexus of Cy Racing takes it. Well done to him. And then it is Red Bull 13th, 14th Blake. And then we've got Bradders in 15th, and Stevie's had a spin on the last few laps, so he's gone right back down to 16th place. So Stevie has a horrible race. Look at the back left tyre on that car, absolutely gone. And when I mean gone, the red means you've got wear, as the white bit is how much tyre wear, how much tread he's got left. So that is absolutely mad. So unlucky for Stevie. Well, not tread, but grip. But yeah, so Stevie crossed the line there. And we will now take you to the results of the replays and the results of the race. Here's the replays of the second half of the race. And now here's a replay of what happened to Keith on lap 7 into the left-hander on the power, too hard on the power, exactly what Red Bull did earlier. He catches the grass and goes round full 360 almost. Backwards into the grass, and now he's got to try and get a gear, get going and cool them tyres down. So he gets going, he's watching out for the other drivers, he gets going, and then he gets up to speed and rejoins back down. He's getting passed now by Super Racing, and he'll probably get passed by Blake as well. And back down to 13th goes Keith. Here's a replay of how Neil and Uncle got their track limit penalties. Watch here, watch the cars in front. Neil goes across the inside, and Uncle goes off, all four wheels off the track on the outside, and then wait for it, 3, 2, 1, ping, and ping. Both cars with penalties, so that's how they got them. And now here's a replay of something that happened to Blake. So they all come in threes, because we've seen Red Bull do it, we've seen Keith do it, and now it's Blake's turn on the power too early, this time in a front engine car, but then gets on the power the other way, goes across the track, just avoids Super Racing, comes back on track, just avoids Stevie, and down to 14th goes Blake. And now here's the replay on the bonnet camera of Jamo's car to look at the move between Seat 1 and Intrepid. So watch Seat 1 ahead in the Nissan. He's going to go for a move here on the inside. Brakes late, and I don't think he was planning to make the move, he just ends up braking very late. Bang, hits the side of Intrepid, who goes on the grass, goes around the outside and then gets the traction out the corner and goes through. So that was a very, very hard pass. We'll have to see what the LPB Racing stewards will do about that. Here's a replay on board with Red Bull on lap 10. Watch what happens to Stevie up in front here. This is how Stevie went down the pack. So braking into the corner. He's outbraked himself, hits Super Racing wide, then too much power at the corner and buries himself in the wall there. Let's go back to Stevie now. He's actually buried in the wall. There's Bradders coming round. We're just turning around now and we're getting going, but we're definitely now at the back of the grid. And now here's the last replay then on board with Seat 1. Let's have a look at all this last lap drama from on board. So down towards the chicane we go. So you've got Techno and Rodders fighting there. And then Rodders ends up outbraking himself. Decides, right, let's go down the inside of Cyrex. And then I think he's trying to do it. He's trying to get alongside. Techno and Uncle give each other a few door taps as well. The rest are just lurking behind, waiting to pounce. Techno goes wide, slides in front of Uncle, gives him a tap and say, come on, get on with it. And then meanwhile Rodders up ahead has took second place. Cyrex up the inside, trying to go through again. C1 makes up a place on Uncle. And into the last corner we go. Everyone then tries to outbrake each other, everyone going late. Uncle on the inside of us, Techno trying to barge Cyrex out of the way. But Rodders is free, Cyrex is in third, Techno fourth. C1 has to mow the lawn to try and get a good run. Now he's in the draft of Techno. So it's going to be Techno 4, Seat 1, Uncle, Jamo, and then Intrepid and Neil Farmack. That was the replays of the second half, and now we go to the results. So slightly different looking results because I didn't get the right screenshots, but it is Bidster who wins the opening race of the LPB Super GT season. Well done to Bidster. It is Rodders in second place with Cyrex in third, rounding off the podium. Techno in fourth. We've got Seat 1 in fifth place. Uncle in sixth after a very close finish between all them guys. Jamo in there as well in seventh. Over the page, and it is Intrepid in eighth. Neil Farmack finishes back in ninth. Firepower, a bit of a gap to him in 10th with Keith in 11th. We've got Super Racing finishing in 12th with Red Bull in 13th. We've got Blakeney in 14th, Bradders in 15th, and Stevie rounds off the 16th. Bidster takes the fastest lap with a 1:30.5. So we come back from the results then, and the replays, and the winner there is Bidster. Well done to Bidster in the Calsonic car. Wins race 1 here at Fuji, and the first one of the championship, so wins the sprint race. But now he will have the full 200 kilos maximum ballast for the next race, which will be at Fuji again, but it will be a pit stop race, and I'll explain more in the next one on that. But for now, thank you for watching this first race, and we will see you guys next time. See you later, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that opening race from Fuji Speedway, the sprint race. Don't forget to like and subscribe to LPB Racing for more epic racing in the future. And next time, everyone, it's going to be race 2, which will be the endurance race. 50 minutes of racing action coming your way. We'll see you next time.